इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Thank you so much, Kanika, for playing the corporate video Franchise India. Good afternoon, everyone. The entire team of Franchise India welcome all of you to our webinar series, Business Opportunity with Chai. This is an attempt from Franchise India's side to talk about, to give you the business option which we are presenting today. This is a 45-minute session. We have divided this session into 2 parts. First, we'll invite our brand team to showcase their business model, their financial model in front of all of you. Then we'll move towards a panel discussion. We request each one of you to share your question in question and answer box so that during our panel discussion, our panel member would be taking these queries. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav Sir and Sorimam. Sorimam, she's a founder at Franwork and the managing director. She'll be leading this particular webinar. I also welcome Gaurav Arora, who is leading our Franwork vertical. And the business opportunity which Franchise India team is delighted to present to all of you today is Healium. It's an ecosystem created by Mr. Vineet, which gives you a platform for all the healthcare vertical. Mr. Vineet comes with a rich experience of 38 years in pharma, healthcare, and management consulting. He's a founder and the MD at Healium. I also welcome and invite Ms. Sakshi. She's a co-founder and CEO. She's an ISB pass out. Thank you so much, Viniji. Thank you so much, Sakshi, for joining in today. Maybe request to start with the welcome note from your side and then formal presentation.
Thank you very much, Arsana. Allow me to, first of all, thank Sonia, Gaurav, yourself, and Franchise India for partnering with us and allowing me this opportunity to present my Healium.io. Well, the job which I've been entrusted is to set the context. So friends, good morning once again to all of you. In fact, good afternoon now. It is obvious that anybody who has got health needs healthcare. Am I right? But the question is, who takes care of health of your city? It is a strange question, but when you look at it, most of the names which come to your mind actually take care of the sick and take care of the patients. You may not be able to zero in on a name which takes care of your health. Okay. So I am here to present to you an opportunity where you will present that and represent that position and you will take care of the health of your city. So that is the context. Now, just to give you a brief background about the healthcare situation in India, we rate healthcare by the outcomes, right? The difficulty is that, you know, only 20% of India is being touched by healthcare. 80% of it is not being even touched. And out of these 20%, we are able to take care of only 6% of the people rightly, correctly, appropriately, which means that we have a healthcare score of only 6 out of 100, right? Very poor score. The difficulty here is that, you know, this score continues at 6 by 100 ever since we became independent, which is very, very troubling. We at the moment occupy a position of 66 in the list of Committee of Nations in the world. We are number 66, and our endeavor is to keep bringing that position up and at least in the top 10 in the coming 5 years. Very ambitious task, but it can be done when we are all together. The task cannot be achieved by one Healium or one Vineet or one Sakshi, but when we are together and we are able to carry with us the entire healthcare ecosystem, it can be done. Just to give you an example why we have taken up this whole domain of B2B in healthcare, because, you know, the COVID, not the best example, but because it is the recent, imagine, just think about the problem. You know, most of the problems where you did not find hospital beds, or the problem was there with oxygen beds or oxygen cylinders, or PP kits were not there, or even ventilators or concentrators were not available, where vaccines were not there. Of course, they were never there in the beginning. Medicines were not available, or they were very costly. People were hoarding medicines and consumables. You know, when you look at it minutely, the problem was not with the B2C of the healthcare. All these examples are problems of B2B. B2C, which is business to consumer or business to the patient, is relatively better, but B2B is in shambles. It's not working in India, and that is how Healium.io starts. Okay, so this is the context. It's not that, you know, B2B was not working during COVID. It was never working. COVID just showed us the mirror. So this is what we are going to now work upon with your help. And I'll now request Sakshi to take over from here and present to you a formal presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vineet. So let me start with the PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to be sharing my screen. And after the explanation of what problem we are tackling, we are here to present to you the franchise opportunity which we have across India. If you want to transform India's healthcare story, earn blessings with money, have a highly rewarding venture and ROIs, and build a world-class future-proof business, Healium is for you. Healium Partnerships for Health, this is our brand. Partnerships for Health is our tagline. And by the philosophy of it itself, we believe in partnerships. We are a 360-degree B2B market network of various healthcare allied businesses and professionals to collaborate, innovate, propagate, sell and buy healthcare solutions. Let me show you what Healium as a brand stands for. Heal, matlab aap jante hain, you know, heal karna, theek karna. I is for me, U is for you, M is for marketplace. And this red dot represents origin from India. So our vision is eventually to go global. The transition from blue to green represents movement towards better health. So this is our philosophy. Now we know that the market for healthcare has been growing, population has grown, the life expectancy has grown, patient population has grown, but yet the health stats remain unchanged. Only 20% of India is being touched by healthcare, And as we discussed, a lot of inefficiencies lie in the B2B ecosystem. जो B2B ecosystem है, that is broken. उसको कहते हैं, in other words, fragmented है, disconnected है, harmonious नहीं है. So there are problems like market fragmentation. सारे मिलके एक ही छोटे से मार्केट में compete कर रहे हैं. Otherwise, healthcare की need तो बहुत बड़ी है. But why are we all competing in the same pie? Why are we not expanding the market? We also have underutilized capacities in healthcare. So हम Helium में जो अपॉर्चुनिटी टारगेट कर रहे हैं वो इस अपॉर्चुनिटी को देख रहे हैं जहां पे हेल्थ केयर प्रोडक्ट्स, सर्विसेज, सॉफ्टवेयर, रिसर्च, रियल एस्टेट, फैसिलिटीज, ये सारे वर्टिकल्स के लिए ये एक B2B प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां पे हेल्थ केयर प्रोफेशनल्स एंड बिजनेसेस कैन जॉइन and be able to find these kind of solutions, we call them, and find problems, solutions to their problems as well. So this is our target market. This is what we're targeting because there is huge asymmetry. आजकल की दुनिया में there is no marketplace platform, especially for these verticals on the right. So let's see what is the market size. Obviously, healthcare का जो overall India का market है, that is around $372 billion, and it is growing very fast. So rest assured, we are part of a very large and growing market in India and eventually globally as well. But why is now the best time? Why is now the right time to get into this space if you're not already here? So सबसे पहले हमें पता चल, we obviously know that larger populations जो semi-urban rural India में है, they are now ready with technologies like 4G and 5G and ready to get serviced. There is urgent need to monetize underutilized resources and infrastructure. इसका मतलब ये है कि healthcare का बहुत infrastructure बना है कंट्री में, उसमें बहुत सारे पैसे गए हैं, but because ये fragmentation जो broken ecosystem है उसकी वजह से ये utilize नहीं हो पा रहा है. जब ये एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे आएगा तो ये अवेलेबल होगा बिजनेसेस के लिए और मोनेटाइज किया जा पाएगा. We need to improve the level of care. Obviously, we need to improve the level of outcomes. COVID after effects. सबसे important है कि बहुत सारे internet users have jumped. 70 crore internet users have jumped after COVID happened. Digital adoption is here to stay. This is very critical, especially right now. We cannot let this go waste क्योंकि पूरी healthcare community agrees कि digital हमेशा use होगा from now onwards forever because technology has become an integrated part of healthcare जो पहले इतनी नहीं थी. Yes, medical technology was there, but technology in terms of getting access to healthcare, for example, say through telemedicine or remote health monitoring, all of that has now taken roots in the last 2 years. So that is very important. Increasing competitive pressure. Obviously, even healthcare professionals, businesses want to enhance revenue, reduce costs. And of course, now that we have found it, why should we wait to implement it? So let me show you what our target market is. We are firstly an ecosystem. We are building this for anyone who is connected to healthcare. So whether it's pharma, doctors, hospitals, diagnostics, and technological interventions like chatbots, telemedicine, remote diagnostics, along with bleeding edge technologies जो कि AI, ML, VR, data analytics, digiceuticals इनके रूप में आती हैं. All of these are targets for our platform. हमारा जो platform है इसके through हम sales, distribution, purchases, marketing, business development को modernize कर रहे हैं और हमारे platform पे 6 तरह के listings हम हम sell कर सकते हैं. Products, services, software, research, real estate and facilities. So हमारा जो target market है वो any professional who is related to healthcare or allied sectors can join this ecosystem and can offer their solutions, and obviously they can source these solutions also from our platform. But how is this different? Typically आप जो marketplaces देखते हैं उनमें एक side पे suppliers, दूसरी side पे buyers होते हैं, but हमारा जो ecosystem है that is a 360-degree ecosystem. And that is why it is able to, just one second. Yes, that is why it is able to capture all the diverse needs of the whole ecosystem. And as and when more and more members keep joining, ये ecosystem बहुत strong हो जाता है because of network effects. जैसे कि आप इस table में देख रहे हो, अगर 3 members हैं तो उसमें 3 unique relationships हैं, but अगर 10 हैं तो वो एक्सपोनेंशियली बढ़ रहा है. 45 यूनिक रिलेशनशिप्स हो रहे हैं. अगर 100 हैं तो 4950 यूनिक रिलेशनशिप्स हो रहे हैं. मतलब बिकॉज ऑफ इट बीइंग एन इकोसिस्टम, इसका पोटेंशियल लिनियरली नहीं एक्सपोनेंशियली ग्रो होता है. एंड इसकी वजह से वी आर एबल टू ऑफर बेटर डील्स टू आवर मेंबर्स, better brand building can happen here. We have market intelligence. We have better economies of scale. So this is our competitive advantage as we keep growing. What is our execution? How do we execute it at a national level, and how will our franchise partners execute it at a local level? So we have, the first step is membership or community building. Second step is the B2B ecosystem, where transactions between the business members start taking place. The third step is obviously healthcare patient या consumer के बिना तो complete होती नहीं है. तो आगे जाके जो प्रोफेशनल्स हैं, जो बिजनेस, वो अपने कस्टमर्स को भी टारगेट कर सकते हैं, उनको भी हेल्प कर सकते हैं, सर्विस कर सकते हैं. सो दीज आर द स्टेजेस ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन. And how do we do it? So digital marketing, building B2B community, onboarding, orientation, there is automated business development, AI tools are being used, mass communication platforms are being used, virtual meetings, and market intelligence. So where do the franchisees come in? So for us, we are a 360-degree healthcare marketplace. So when we bring the training, the technology, the promotion of our platform overall, along with the right onboarding and servicing of local offices in our cities as through franchisees, it becomes the most formidable 360-degree marketplace. Because of this, what the key result areas that we have are, we onboard the right members. So that means empaneling the right kind of healthcare professionals and businesses and from allied sectors who support healthcare. Second one is value added services. We have curated services for helping our members sell more through the platform. So that is the second result area. Third is transactions, where we help them identify what are the best upcoming products or services or new solutions that any member can take advantage of. And for this, team capabilities that are required are digital marketing, building this community, onboarding and orientation, account management. We have our technology platform. So operating that and using that to the best advantage of the members is what team capabilities we require. We'll go into depth in a bit. This is our rollout plan. Most healthcare hubs are covered under this, and any upcoming healthcare hub, as time tells us, if that becomes a healthcare hub, that will be a priority for us as well. So let me show you what are the deliverables for a franchise partner. What can we do for a franchisee? Promotion, training, tech. These are the three key areas that we are looking at. So you have a Venn diagram in front of you. So promotion ke under we have brand guide, marketing insights, legal drafts, promotion, annual meets, sales decks. So front end help as well as help on the back end, which is the tech platform. So through the platform, we have our platform, the support through WhatsApp, through emails, trade coordination, value added services. So the value added services performed will be by our team. Then we obviously have training. How do we onboard the right members? What kind of sales pitches and decks can be used for the best turnaround time ki member fatafat join ho jaye. We have KYC verification listing of all different types of solutions. Wo kaise karna hai? We provide training, and obviously things like search engine optimization, social media marketing, all of this is taken care by us, but also some of these things are done by the franchisee. So what is the revenue model? Let me go to the financials at this point, and I will share the Excel sheet that we have in place. We have prepared an elaborate Excel sheet, which is a 5-year projection, month-on-month projection. So this is something that we can make available and explain it to you in depth. As of now, I will be showing you what are the key revenue streams that we have. So number one is through membership sales. And then going forward, we have second revenue stream, which is value-added packages. Third revenue stream, which is the transaction revenues. These are the key ones. There are more as well. I will show you that when we come to the slide. And we have modeled cost of employees. Those are the most important resources for the franchisee. So when we look at summary financials, we are looking basically at these numbers, wherein the brand fee is 5 lakhs, operational investment can be between 3 to 4 lakhs, investment overall you're looking at around 7 to 9 lakhs, and cash positivity comes in month 10. 5 years projected earnings are around 2 to 71. So this is what our projection is. We made this model flexible to what if there are any updates or changes that a franchisee would like to do and tweak around, they can enter their inputs if they think the productivity can be better. So these numbers can be tweaked accordingly. So now that we have seen these financials, let me take you to the presentation once again and show you now that you understand what are the different revenue streams, what kind of this thing are we looking at. So membership per entity, which is an annual membership, is 999, which we will very soon this year revise to rupees 1999. So there is a 60% revenue share here for the franchisee. Value added services are subscription services, which are again annual services. So these are 4,999, 999, 4999, and 9999. Here we have a revenue share of 20%, and transaction revenues, main largest bulk is from transaction revenues. जब deals होंगी, so ये 1% से 10% तक लेके the fee is from 1% to 10%. See, we have verticals like real estate as well. So if there are healthcare real estate transactions going through, उसका 1% काफी बड़ी value हो जाती है, right? And going towards 10%, which is other verticals. So it is a significant share, and we are having a 30% revenue share for the franchisee. And mind you, these are all revenue shares. These are not profit shares. So it goes straight from the revenue. Revenue slide number 2. These are curated services, curated transactions. For example, clinical research, healthcare real estate, private labels, product launches, advertisements. So isme bhi revenue share is very decent, but since it will have to be case by case, so we will also discuss this case by case as in when the opportunity comes. So this is the revenue model slide number 2. What we are looking for from a franchisee is essentially an environment where the people can function productively. So desks, laptop will be required, one for each staff, telephone, high-speed internet connections, printer for those limited times where something needs to be printed out, appropriate lighting and ventilation, because our key resources will be the people. People is where you'll be investing in at an operational level. And finally, what makes us great and future proof is that we are multilateral. We are focusing on network effects, capacity utilization बढ़ा रहे हैं, discovery better कर रहे हैं. जो भी sales, distribution, purchases, business development के processes हैं, उनको हम modernize कर रहे हैं. और along with all these factors, there is a very beautiful mechanism for having members to keep transacting continuously. Once a member comes in, we don't want to let them go. We want to give them all the options possible so that they keep transacting with us and we keep revolving that capital. So this is what makes us great. This is what makes us future proof. And we've already taken you through the financials. This is about us, as Ms. Archana introduced us in the beginning. Our past clients include WHO, UNDP, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We've had experience of the local as well as international market. And we've been closely working with the sector for about 35 years now. So this is about us. We have our team, which is handling different key departments. And we have a very seasoned board of advisors who are leading their respective industries, including advisors from clinical research, pharma sector, pharma trading, advertising, marketing, insurance, real estate, alternative medicine, and urban solutions as well. So the burning needs, India की जो burning needs हैं आज की date में, इस platform के through हम सारी उन burning needs को address कर रहे हैं. So come ride this wave with Healium. Thank you so much, Mr. Vineet. Over to you.
Fantastic, Sakshi. Wonderful presentation. Thank you very much. And once again, friends, we have made a small presentation because there is always a limitation of time. I am sure that you have a lot of questions. Some of them you are able to actually formulate. Some of them may not be immediately coming to your mind, but I can assure you that this is the time for healthcare. This is the time for India, and this is the time for digital. And we are here encompassing everything in healthcare. So we are not talking about a particular pathy. It's not just allopathy. We have all the pathies included. It is pathy agnostic. हमें तो ट्रीट करना है, हमें तो ठीक करना है, वो आयुर्वेदा से होता है या योगा से होता है या एलोपैथी से होता है. We are creating conditions so that all of us in steps get better, get healthier. As I said in the beginning, there is a difference between sick care and health care. Sick care के examples आपके पास सारे के सारे हैं, health care के examples बहुत limited हैं. What we are doing, we are aggregating everything and converting all that opportunity to actually help people, serve people, make them healthier, and converting it into a very good business opportunity also. और मैं आपको ये बता दूं, while we will be making big money, I can assure you the patients are going to pay less and less. So हमने सब हमारे जो social causes हैं उनको tick mark कर दिया है. All our social responsibilities, the noble side of the business, everything, it is here for you to take. Please partner with us. We are going to rock. And with that, I think I'll hand it over to Ms. Sonia. I think from our side, for now, it is
Thank you so much, Vineet, and thank you, Sakshi ji, for presenting this opportunity to all our investors who have come in. And friends, I'll request you, I see questions already which have started to come in, and friends, keep writing in, and you can even mention the name of the city that you come from, and we'll take all these questions one by one. So Vineet, you know, and just to friends add, and I see some questions which are coming from the presentation and maybe looking more clarity also on the business model. We'll take that elaborately in the next 15-20 minutes that we have in hand. So, you know, overall, the company Healium, they're bringing the entire ecosystem of, you know, healthcare together, and they're innovatively, you know, capturing the diverse needs of healthcare for the patients, where they're connecting all these stakeholders in the healthcare sector. And we look at, you know, looking at the Indian health tech industry, I believe it has played a very important role in bringing the fragmented medical community with millions of, you know, patients all across the country. And today, if you look at, you know, technology businesses, they are creating a lot of disruption overall in the industry. So this is an asset-light business where even in today's time, if you look at companies, businesses, technology, they have created a big differentiator, you know, where customer interface in this age is something which is most critical aspect of the business, and that's what Healium is trying to do. So the overall business model is a low investment business model of 7 to 8 odd lakhs of investment, where your typical revenue sources will come from the membership that you would create. You also have a lot of value added packages, and there's also transactional revenue that you make on the business. So while we've seen that in the presentation, Vineet and Sakshi, can I request if we can also have maybe a website of yours where we can actually see, or there is maybe a demo where we see, you know, how the transactions are happening and who are the multiple stakeholders to start off with, because I feel that will give a lot of clarity on how these transactions happen. And if you can also take us through briefly through this website of yours where this ecosystem can be explained to our investors.
Is that something can I share my screen now and show it to you?
Yes, please. That would be really helpful.
Okay, wonderful. So we have our platform. The website is healium.io. Do remember that Healium is HEAL, not the gas, but we played a twist on that. And let me share my screen. So is this visible in your screen now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay. So Healium.io is our website. This is also the web application through which once you log in and create your account here, as a business, you can list different types of products, services, software, facilities, research, subscriptions. So very common. Let me share you some relatable examples of products. Could be medical devices, surgical supplies, medicines. Uh, those are examples of products, right? These can be bought by hospitals or clinics, nursing homes. Services include things like certification, NABL or NABH accreditation services, or medical writing, for example, is a healthcare service, which is very typical B2B. Hospitals, jab marketing karte hain, they want to, use these services for getting authentic, credible writers, qualified writers to promote this. So that is an example of services. Healthcare softwares. Hospitals, for example, use softwares to manage their hospitals. It's called hospital management system. Laboratories use laboratory information management system. There are several such softwares which are applicable to different kinds of businesses. And as in the audience, whoever is part of healthcare, they will understand. But for those who are not part of healthcare, हम जब healthcare को देखते हैं तो हमें कुछ touch points नजर आते हैं, जैसे कि consultations या medicines या tests, for example. But backend में बहुत बहुत काम हो रहा है. So ये जो platform है, जैसे softwares हैं, चाहे वो pharma related हो या diagnostics related हो, medical device related हो, remote health monitoring related हो, वो softwares भी यहाँ पे आके list कर सकते हैं, and they can reach out to their target audience through that. Healthcare facilities, an example can be portable clinic, which can be installed in a remote healthcare location within 3 hours. So that is an example of a healthcare facility. Healthcare research is, for example, there are, did you know, top 2%, पूरे दुनिया के top 2% scientists are in India. In terms of especially pharma research, but हम ये जो research expertise है, ये market में आ नहीं पाती है because researchers are very very qualified people, but जहाँ तक कि business development और marketing के functions हैं, उनमें थोड़ी उनको assistance जरूर चाहिए होती है. तो on this platform that research can be listed, subscriptions of health can also be listed. So this is the broad explanation of what can be listed. And we are used to seeing things like Amazon and Flipkart jahan pe products की sales hoti hai. On this platform, all these different solutions can be listed. Of course, कुछ में थोड़ी communication की requirement होती है, तो उन cases में contact vendor का एक button होता है, उसको click करके you can start a conversation with the provider of that service or software, close the transaction, make that payment on the platform, and then check out. So accordingly, repeat business bhi isse generate hota hai. That is the whole ecosystem. As I said, we have our membership currently at $9.99, but we are slowly in the mode of expanding this to $1,999 going forward. So that way, when franchisees have our memberships revenue share, that increases as well going forward in the future. For any assistance, somebody can book a walkthrough here and find out how it works. We have a ticker over here, for the fee. We have several products, services listed. And by the way, in 2018, when this idea was conceptualized, we had won the Best Startup Award for innovation by the erstwhile Chief Minister of Maharashtra as well. So this is something that you can see on our platform. We have all these footers which explain about us, our vision, mission, values, board of advisors. You can go to the website, see, you can log in, create the account, and start using it as well. Especially if you are from healthcare, you can do that. So this is a brief demo of our platform, and all of these links will lead you exactly what you want to explore. Hope that suffices.
I think this was very helpful and has given us some understanding on how it operates. My other question would also be, on our, the infrastructure which our franchise partners need, because I believe this is all led through technology piece, and it's a platform that we are creating. If you can also help us in understanding, because a lot of people don't come from the sector of healthcare, and it is considered very, very sensitive, and people sometimes shy away because they don't have experience in this business. So one is on the profile of people, what you think is the ideal platform partners for you, and second is the kind of infrastructure these partners would need.
Let me first take what kind of people would be the best fit for franchising, and then the infrastructure Sakshi can take up. Well, anybody who has got entrepreneurial कीड़ा कहते हैं जिसको, he is fit for it. एक aspect है, he should know that he is going to work for healthcare, and there has to be that kind of service mindset. I'm not saying you are not going to make money. You are going to make a lot of money. There is huge money in healthcare. I think probably I would rate it as number one in the streams which are available to the mankind today, where you can make the maximum money. But if you don't have that service mindset, you will not click. Anybody who has got, so Sakshi will tell you what all things are required for running your franchise. But general common sense is that franchising in healthcare would require you to connect with your local hospitals, clinics, doctors, diagnostic chains, chemists, and the pharma trade, machine manufacturers, and of course the patients. And but by the way, they say about 40% of businesses, all the businesses, they are directly or indirectly healthcare businesses. I'll give you an example. If the ecosystem demands linen or apron, the vendor which supplies aprons to the healthcare stream is also a healthcare business, because without apron you can't have healthcare business, right? Starting from the ward boy to the nurse to doctors, technicians in clinics and hospitals, or pharma manufacturing lab technicians, or diagnostic labs, again uniform. So without uniforms, healthcare doesn't happen. That is why a vendor who is supplying linen or even bed linen, soft furnishings in a hospital, for example, they are also healthcare vendors. So if you are able to connect with them and get them on board, share your vision, share your stories, make them part of the whole ecosystem. Why? Because you want to get them more business. Remember, please, everybody who gets connected with us gets more business and also gets to serve the mankind. These are the two great lollipops. Anybody wants to go for the money, and anybody who wants to earn the brownie points. Nothing better than this. And we are organizing it. We are giving a structure to that B2B. It has been a market where people who are not connected with healthcare were not able to do anything, because such an opaque market. Nobody understands what is going on, where it is happening, who is selling, who is buying. But we have democratized this whole healthcare market. And regarding the requirements, actually, can you take us through that?
Yes. So as a franchisee, in terms of the office space location, that is up to the franchisee. We are looking at a semi-commercial, commercial space, but size is up to you. What we need is that the franchisee should have sufficient space for the people, so that the people can function well, be able to manage client relationships, and operate through our system. We are not getting any inventory. You don't need to carry inventories. It is a marketplace, so it will directly inventories will be delivered by the vendors. As franchisees, we don't need to carry inventory in the office. We need to make sure that the space is comfortable for the people, and as accordingly we have if you're looking for some space guidelines, maybe 300 square feet is where you can start. But if you have an office space near a healthcare hub, for example, aapki city mein jahan healthcare hubs hain, hospitals hain close by, if you have it over there, then that's good for you. That will work in your favor. And other than that, in terms of facilities, what we're looking for is that your staff would be tech enabled, tech savvy, to understand the system, the backend that we have created, be able to operate that, be able to use digital marketing tools. So that's it. There is no minimum space requirement or particular location that you need to have in a city. But if you have it, then that's a very good
Maybe from the
advantage.
existing infrastructure also.
Yes,
can
it
operate
can
on
be.
top.
It can be.
So,
Yes.
Sakshi, where is this investment going in? We've talked about this investment to be put in. Is this all franchise fees, or this also includes some other
No.
areas where he needs to put the investment?
This is inclusive of the initial investment in terms of the marketing, onboarding, digital marketing staff that he will have, and some of the facilities like office admin expenses, those have been factored in. So largely those are the expenses in terms of the operational investment. The about 55-60% of the overall investment is the only one, which is the franchise fee, and that is in for a term of 5 years. So I would recommend you look at it from a view that, okay, this is your investment for a whole 5-year period. The other investment is what you make in your staff and your sales, general and administration costs.
Sure. Now, I would also, like if you can also explain maybe, from a franchisee point of view, if I take a franchise in a location, what kind of area do I get one, and do we get some, some kind of territory protection also to him to operate within that demographics? And if you can also explain, because we have talked about transactions, we've talked about memberships, and we also have talked about value-added services. So how does one get started, So because he needs to go out and meet these people and bring them on the platform. And also there might be some markets, outside your current home market where you're currently present in. It will take time for somebody to develop, that community, so to say, right? And that takes a little bit of time. So one is, if you can explain monetization sources, kya hongi, and what comes first. We bring all these people together, and when we bring these people also on the platform, especially these vendors who come, the supplier side that comes, they also look at a big understanding on how they would be marketed, right? Because when they come on the platform, they're also depending on the platform to generate number of leads. So how does it work for a franchisee? Is he also making some investment? Is that investment made by you from the parent company? So if you can also define these two roles, who brings and what gestation time it takes for somebody to, create the impact that we want to. And if you look at maybe the first 6 months to 1 year, what kind of revenue, one can make net through the services.
Okay.
So let me go first. So first of all, a blanket policy guideline. So as Sakshi said, that part of it is operational expenses, so the investment, and the other part, which is the franchise fee, we are going to spend almost everything which we get from the franchisee on his franchise. So that is number one. And well, we will be marketing, helping the franchisee market. We will be helping him learn the tricks of the trade. We will help him understand the platform. So all those, the branding part of it, all those expenditures will be made by us to prepare him to, go to the market and start generating business for him and for us. And when it comes to his particular expenditure, operational expenditure, we have factored in digital marketing resource for him also, because let us remember, we are doing everything online. Healthcare online means it is doable, it will be done. This only has, our company is called Exponential Healthcare Private Limited. So what we are getting in the whole platform is all those exponential technologies, which are actually, they may not be hardcore healthcare technologies, but we are fetching them for propagating healthcare exponentially so that it can grow fast, which means you will have some people in your, at least one in the beginning, who will be able to, answer and tango with us when it comes to digital. So maybe a digital marketing guy or some person who is able to do it, and we have factored that in. Sakshi, you can take over from here.
What part of the question am I addressing?
So this is a question on, monetization was one of the question, how does a franchise partner monetize? अगर हम ये सारे supplier side देख रहे हैं, so typically how many suppliers would one need? And over a period of time, this number would keep increasing. But
Yes.
shuru mein, if we look at, the first 2 months, 3 months, typically what is the ideal number for him to bring on board? One, this was the question. And second, I also wanted you to explain, because all these, supplier side that we want to bring on the platform will also have a big question of, the community that we are creating on the other side, who are the buyers on the other side. So the marketing that we are doing, and is there some kind of a commitment that we also give to these suppliers, and what is the ideal gestation time? Because all this would not happen maybe in the very first month. So maybe the first month before he launches, maybe local marketing is needed. He reaches out to the supplier side. So maybe by the end of, say, 3 months, 6 months, what should be the ideal number that he should start progressing with?
Sure. So the good part is that when a franchisee comes on board, he does not have to start from zero, because since we are a platform, we already have the members, we already have different members from different sectors and transactions going on. So when he's coming in, bringing in his own members, they are not, in terms of those network effects, he's not starting at zero. He's starting at a certain level. Unko already ek level ahead se unko wo start mil rahi hai. And that way, when he starts bringing, since day one, he starts earning that revenue share, because even on membership fee, there is a revenue share. So even from day one, as he starts onboarding the members, he can start earning that revenue share. Furthermore, as soon as their members start doing the transactions, we start sharing the transaction fee as well. So I feel that this depends on how connected the person would be in terms of healthcare community. So let's say there is a certain person who is not themselves from healthcare, but knows several community members through their own experiences or through their own network or through their families. They will immediately be able to start and bring them on board. And going for, is there something you would want to add?
Yeah. So Sonia, you talked about the sellers or the vendors, but the beauty of our system is that everybody who is a vendor or a seller is also a buyer. So when we are creating this community, we are creating a market where all of them are buying from each other also and selling to each other. That is the exact point, when we showed you that slide where we showed the difference between the regular marketplace, where on one side we have sellers, on the other we have buyers. This is an ecosystem of entire healthcare domain, where, for example, a pharma company wants to buy raw materials, the raw material suppliers are there. Pharma manufacturer wants to sell his tablets or capsules or injections, we have a hospital there. So we are a circular market where all of us are sellers and all of us are buyers also. कोई किसी से कम लेगा, किसी से ज्यादा लेगा, but B2B space में all the buyers and the sellers we are putting in the same room. They will find themselves, we will help them find each other, the franchisee will help them find each other, the franchisee will be able to facilitate their transactions, and that's how we'll get their transactions done. It is a transaction ready mechanism, there is a specific RBI guideline which we follow. So this marketplace is transaction ready with minimal transaction costs. And that's how this is a transaction ready market where these people will be eager to buy from each other, because we have incorporated a lot of incentives for them to buy from each other. So probably that addresses your question.
Sure. Vijay, what markets are we looking at this point in time? Are there any focus locations for us to enter?
Yeah, so Archana requested, and we have sent a list of top 10 cities, but all, since healthcare doesn't require a particular city to start with, it is only how our franchisees respond. If they respond from Timbuktu, we can start it up, because we are tech enabled. The beauty of this platform is, and the internet is, that it can enter any nook and corner of the world. Antarctica pe bhi koi baitha hoga, so it can start working there. So that is the beauty, and we can definitely add value even to the fellow who is sitting at Antarctica. That is what we are trying to do.
I understand. Well, it's universal, healthcare, because I was trying to understand from the bandwidth acquisition and, creation of community point of view. The other would be, I don't know if we have a ready access to also the consumer interface. What kind of a consumer interface, is there an app through which the entire consumer interface happens, or that happens to the website? If we can also show that, and simultaneously, I'll also request Gaurav. I see a lot of questions coming in where people are looking at a lot of information. So Gaurav, kindly take these questions. So Vineetji, क्या interface consumer
Yes,
है?
so
If we have
I'll
maybe
tell
an
you.
app, if we can show an
Yeah,
app and
yeah,
see, this is how they do it, this is what they see, this is how they transact.
So I got it. So, the first step is to onboard the bees. That is the first step. And whenever a franchisee starts, he has to onboard the bees, the businesses. Businesses, we include even the doctors are businesses for this particular thing because they are service providers. So bees come on board. That is the first step. Second step is the B2B transactions. As I explained, all of us in the ecosystem are buyers and sellers to each other. So that is how this whole thing starts. And then is the phase where the franchisee gets in, sees. In fact, when we projected the revenue, we have also projected a small revenue from the Cs, which is minimal, I think 99 rupees for that. Which may be even waived off. I mean, just in case it is required to be done like that. And then those Cs will start working with the bees who have been onboarded, and that will be the third phase. It is like akin to a mega super mall of healthcare, where we have created the design of the super mall. Then we have erected the physical civil structure. Then we have started inviting the healthcare vendors to set up their showrooms. And then the next phase is that they are transacting with each other. Once a bare minimum transaction starts in that B2B space, we will open up the gates of the mall and invite the Cs to enter now. That's how it is going to be in each of the pockets, wherever the franchise is going to be there. And of course, we'll have, but at the moment, that interface of B2C is web-based, and in about 6 to 9 months time, we'll roll out the B2C interface also. For now, it can be done through the web.
Sure, helpful, Vineetji, and we'll take some important questions that I'm seeing. Gaurav, over to you.
Thank you, Sonia ma'am. So we have a lot of questions coming from the investors. So the first question that we got from Mr. Ravi Kumar Ledala. So he's asking basically that how it is helpful, right, for him, because he has got 18 years of experience in general insurance. So Ravi ji, आप अगर 18 साल के experience से आते हैं general insurance से, so आपका बेसिक जो है वो एकदम राइट है कि आपको ट्रेडिंग आती है, आपको बेसिकली एक आइस ब्रेक करना आता है और आपको एक डिस्कशन को स्टार्ट करना आता है और उसको एंड तक लेके जाना आता है, कंक्लूड करना आता है. तो ये भी वही बिजनेस है. आपने बेसिकली ट्रेडिंग करनी है. आपके पास एक ट्रेडिंग के लिए जो प्रोडक्ट है वो हीलियम है, विच इज बेसिकली अ वेबसाइट वेयर यू हैव टू बेसिकली ब्रिंग पीपल राइट हु आर रिलेटेड टू हेल्थ केयर, और वो हेल्थ केयर आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरेक्ट करेंगे और आपके लिए एक रेसिडुअल इनकम बनेगा ईयर ऑन ईयर बेसिस पे. क्योंकि एक बार ही अगर कोई बोर्ड के साथ आ गया, प्लेटफॉर्म पे जुड़ गया, तो वो लाइफ में जब भी ट्रांजैक्शन करेंगे वो ट्रांजैक्शन आपके थ्रू ही काउंट करी जाएगी और आपको उस इनकम जो भी रेवेन्यू आया है उस रेवेन्यू का आपको एक पार्ट मिलेगा. तो आपके लिए ईयर ऑन ईयर बेसिस पे, मंथ ऑन मंथ बेसिस पे आपके लिए एक इनकम अपॉर्चुनिटी बन जाती है. सो यू आर इनटू बेसिकली द राइट विंडो, right, if you are exploring a business of doing some kind of a trading, and that too with a minimum possible investment of let's say 3 lakh rupees as a capital to be invested, and then you need about 3-4 lakh rupees additional to basically invest in the working capital. तो ये जो 7 से 9 लाख का बजट है ये आपके लिए बहुत सफिशिएंट है. आपको बिजनेस शुरू करने के बाद उसकी वर्किंग कैपिटल को भी अगर आप मैनेज कर सकते हैं तो. सेकंड क्वेश्चन है फ्रॉम मिस्टर सुप्रतिम. So he's got a question that the strategic partners of Healium, so kindly show us the benefits of franchising and what type of medicines you're offering. So I answered this question. So Mr. Supra, ये ना सिर्फ फार्मेसी स्टोर तक लिमिट नहीं है, it is way beyond. आप इसमें आयुर्वेदिक का भी कुछ बेच सकते हैं, आप इसमें हॉस्पिटल की यूनिफॉर्म भी बेच सकते हैं, आप इसके अंदर एक डॉक्टर का प्रिस्क्रिप्शन भी पेशेंट के साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं. तो ये एक ऐसा रोबस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसमें सभी बायर्स हैं और सभी सप्लायर्स हैं. So it's an ecosystem where it's a community that we are building in the healthcare, and everybody is going to be answerable and everybody is going to be transaction with each other. तो कोई buyer नहीं है, कोई supplier नहीं है, सभी buyers और suppliers एक साथ काम कर रहे हैं वहां पे. पराग जी का क्वेश्चन था कि ये एक सॉफ्टवेयर है क्या? तो ये सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं है सर, ये एक ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म है, ये एक वेबसाइट है जिसपे सारी ये ट्रांजैक्शंस होती हैं, लोग जुड़ते हैं और ट्रांजैक्ट करते हैं. विकास जी का क्वेश्चन है कि आई डोंट हैव मनी टू इन्वेस्ट. सो विकास जी आपसे बात करेंगे कि कैसे आप बिजनेस को स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं विद द लीस्ट पॉसिबल इन्वेस्टमेंट. सो we will have our key accounts manager who is working on Healium to get in touch with you, and they will tell you exactly how you can start this business in the minimum possible investment. So even if you don't have investment but a little bit of sum is required, और आप इस business में जो है अपना investment से reinvestment within 1 month 2 months लेके आ सकते हैं. We have one more question from Mr. Gowda. He's from Bangalore. So he's asked a question that how it will help patients directly and indirectly. So I think Sakshi has answered this question very well. But
can I add, Gaurav?
हाँ, मैं वही बोलने वाला था. आप बताइए इसमें विनीत जी कि कैसे इसमें दर्शन जी का आंसर हम दे पाएंगे.
Yeah. So first of all, as we said, there are 2 phases or rather 3. After we build the community, we kick in B2B transactions first and then B2C. But as I explained right in the beginning, during COVID, what sufferings people and patients had were not because the doctors were not working. They were working 24/7. Not that people were not trying. Everybody was working really very hard. But what failed us was the B2B, because if there is no supply of oxygen, despite the fact that we had 1,000 times more capacity of manufacturing that oxygen in India, we could not supply oxygen. What failed us was B2B. So agar hum B2B up, the scope of improvement is huge in B2B. When we improve B2B with your help, it is going to benefit the C. That's probably that is one aspect, one answer to your question. And the other answer is that ultimately, when we have a better organized B2B, they will have better competition. They will have better products. The quality would improve, quality of products and as well as the services, and the pricing also will improve. Do you know that as per surveys and things, if we reduce the cost of healthcare by 10%, we can increase the input in the tax net by 10 crore people. We can increase the number of people served through healthcare by 10 CR just by increasing the price by 10%. And I can tell you, I am part of the system. 10% is a cakewalk. It is very easy if B2B is sorted. There are medicines which are available for 20 rupees, but at times they are being made for 2 rupees. How much is that percent? 1,000%. So decreasing 10% is cakewalk, but we need to be organized. We need to be structured. So structuring B2B is essential, and then we'll be able to reduce costs. And by that, by default, the patients, the consumers, the end users will get benefited. Thank you.
Thank you, Vineet ji.
Adding to that, what I have responded is that while we do focus on B2B transactions, but we do have some brands who have products which are OTC products and have those available. So for that, we have created a separate section on the website where these products and these packages can be availed of by consumers directly. But that is a separate section that we have created. But yes, that is what I had responded on chat. So I just wanted to bring that up. That's it.
Thank you, Sakshi, and thank you, Mr. Vineet, for giving your inputs. So I'm moving on to the next question. So we have a question from Mr. Ravi Lidala again. So he's asking that, do you have a health insurance support? So Sakshi, you've already responded, but I'll reiterate for the benefit of all, so that every audience should get an understanding that be it a health insurance, right, or buyer or a supplier. So be it a company which is dealing into health insurance, or is it a patient who is buying a health insurance? वो दोनों इस platform पे ecosystem पे आ सकते हैं.
नहीं, Gaurav, there is a twist here. There is a twist. The thing is, this platform health insurance, IRDA does not allow health insurance to be sold on the same platform where anything else is being sold. So that there is a regulatory aspect to it. So what we have done, we have reserved cashless.healthcare as a platform, a separate satellite platform for this particular purpose. But we'll be rolling it out once we have rolled out this Healium.io properly, and then we'll immediately roll that out. It will be a cakewalk for us because the entire community will be there with us. It will be easier for us to transact in insurance also. But right now, IADA does not allow anything to be sold. Anything in insurance products cannot be sold directly on this platform. So just to
आप चैनल के थ्रू आप एक नए चैनल के थ्रू इसको आप बेसिकली लोगों तक लेके आएंगे ट्रांजैक्शन फॉर्मेट.
Yeah, cashless.healthcare domain is reserved for this purpose.
Great. We have a few more questions, right? विकास जी को आंसर दे चुके हैं, व्हाट इज द मिनिमम इन्वेस्टमेंट. पराग जी का बेसिकली क्वेश्चंस है कि हमारे पास कितने ऐसे रजिस्ट्रेशंस हैं जो डॉक्टर्स, फार्मा, लेबोरेटरीज या और बेसिकली बाकी इस आपके इकोसिस्टम में जुड़ चुके हैं जो हेल्थ केयर से रिलेटेड हैं. तो इसके लिए कोई प्रिसाइज नंबर है हमारे पास विनीत जी एंड साक्षी जो हम बता सकते हैं, या हम एक बॉलपार्क फिगर बता सकते हैं कि कितना अभी हमारा नेटवर्क जो है, ये हमारी कम्युनिटी जो है, इसमें कितने लोग हमारे साथ हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे जुड़ चुके हैं?
So in the initial phase, when we were going solo, we onboarded members and businesses from diverse geographies, and the total number exceeds about 1.1 lakh of people and professionals. But we are very clear that this ecosystem will get kicked in and will be more efficient when we have concentrated activities with the help of franchisees, so that we are able to build local ecosystems so that the transactions can be made faster.
Mr. Vineet, I would like to also add on that there is another question which says, if it is fully digital, then why is franchisee required? If it is a digital platform, then why is the franchisee required to find a member? So I think what you were saying was in line with this question as well.
Yeah, I can add, sir, the good name of the gentleman?
Rakesh Mishra.
Rakesh ji, healthcare facilitation, healthcare business, healthcare follow-ups, healthcare queuing, everything can be done, and most of the admin part or the healthcare management can be done on the net. But healthcare can only be provided to a physical person, right? So वो physical को हम निकाल नहीं पाएंगे कभी भी healthcare में से. हालांकि we are already working with technologies जहाँ पे there are things called digiceuticals, and there are technologies where you have telemedicine and wearables. So these technologies, which we, as I explained earlier, we call them exponential technologies. We will definitely use them to the maximum extent to impart healthcare digitally. But for now, you need local franchisees also to onboard the businesses and to be able to physically help and facilitate their transactions. जब तक वो bandwagon में ये second habit नहीं हो जाएगी, because if you agree, healthcare has been very good in adopting to technologies in healthcare, but they have not adopted the adjacent technologies of communication, of management that well. Barring a few islands of excellence where where corporate hospitals or those things, तो वहाँ पे इसकी बहुत जरूरत है अभी भी.
राकेश जी, मैं इसमें एक चीज और ऐड करना चाहूंगा. विनीत जी, आप इसमें मेरे को बताइएगा कि कितना हम करेक्ट हैं इसमें. मेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग ये बोलती है कि कोई भी डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म है और उस पर अगर आप एक कम्युनिटी बिल्ड कर रहे हैं बायर्स और सप्लायर्स की, तो जितना आप उसमें माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट में माइक्रो मार्केट्स को टैप करेंगे, उतना आप एक लोकल वेंडर से लेके और एक ब्रांडेड वेंडर तक उसको लेके आ पाएंगे. एक एस्टैब्लिश्ड कंपनी को अगर आप सपोर्ट करना चाहते हैं, या आप एक लोकल वेंडर को सपोर्ट करना चाहते हैं जो शायद एक किसी गली में बैठा है और उसके पास एक अपना एडवांटेज है, राइट, जो वो लोकल कम्युनिटी को सर्विस करता है, लेकिन अगर हम उसको एक ऐसे नेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म पे लेके आएंगे तो ना ही उसका लोकल कम्युनिटी में बट उसका नेशनल लेवल पे भी जो है एक जो है उसका ओरिएंटेशन होगा, एक उसको इलाबोरेट सर्विस मिलेगी और उसका जो है लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा उस सर्विस को जान पाएंगे. तो ये भी एक राकेश जी बहुत बड़ा, हाँ, ये भी बहुत बड़ा रीजन रहता है कि जब कम्युनिटी बनती है ना, तो आपस में एक दूसरे से लोग जुड़ते हैं, और जो चीजें बेसिकली उस टाइम पे शेल्फ हुई होती हैं या जो चीज उस टाइम पे हिडन होती है, तो वो टैलेंट बाहर आता है, राइट? तो टैलेंट जब बाहर आएगा तो ऑब्वियसली वो एक बिजनेस कम्युनिटी में भी कन्वर्ट होगा, और जब बिजनेस कम्युनिटी बनेगी तो ऑब्वियसली उस बिजनेस से हम सभी को फायदा मिलेगा, ना ही सिर्फ बायर और सप्लायर को, बट ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म हमने बनाया है और इस प्लेटफॉर्म में जो फ्रेंचाइजीज हमारे साथ काम करेंगे और लोगों को जोड़ेंगे इस कम्युनिटी में, वो सबके लिए बेसिकली एक इनकम अपॉर्चुनिटी भी साथ में बन रही है। तो जो कि स्टार्टिंग में बताया था ना साक्षी ने, कि while you are doing a business through Healium, but you're also gaining a lot of respect and blessings from people because you are doing the needful and the right needful in the market in the healthcare sector, right? तो ये बहुत जरूरी आता है। राकेश मिश्रा जी, आई थिंक आपको भी क्लियर होगा ये जो हम बताने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। Nonetheless, we are open to discuss with you and give you much detailed insight on a one-on-one call. तो हम
मैं एक
इस
बात
सेशन
ऐड
के
कर
बाद
सकता हूँ क्या?
आपसे
Gaurav, can I
हाँ,
add
बताइए।
just one? So, आप if you look at any of the online marketplaces today, they started any of the marketplaces which are existing, they started online, they did very well, but then there was a plateau. And today, each one of them is adding physical arms to, or they are going, so it is becoming like online offline model. So why should we not हम उनकी लर्निंग्स यूज करके आज अर्ली डेज में ही ये ऐसा क्यों ना कर लें? बिकॉज दैट इज ए विन विन, एंड वी नो वी विल बी प्रेजेंट इन ऑल द नुक्स एंड कॉर्नर्स ऑफ द कंट्री, एंड हमारे फ्लैग्स हर तरफ होंगे, और हमारी ब्रांडिंग हर तरफ होगी, और हमारे मेंबर्स हर तरफ होंगे, और तो एंड हमारे फ्रेंचाइजीज हर तरफ होंगे. So it is only going to help the cause, because we have a huge, very ambitious vision of healthifying our communities, our people. The more the merrier. देखिए, हमने बताया था शुरू में कि सिर्फ 6/100 है हमारा स्कोर हेल्थ केयर के अंदर. इतना बड़ा टास्क है, अकेले नहीं हो सकता है. I will be a fool if I think that I can do it. I want to do it, but the more the merrier. जितना बड़ा पहाड़ होगा ना, उतने ज्यादा हाथ लगेंगे, उतनी ज्यादा मशीनें लगेंगी, उतने ज्यादा लोग लगेंगे. तो that is what we are doing here. We are creating partners. आप देखिए, हमारा जो टैगलाइन है ना, पार्टनरशिप्स फॉर हेल्थ. ये पार्टनरशिप्स फॉर हेल्थ इज देयर फॉर ए रीजन. इट इज नॉट just a tagline. This is our philosophy, this is our strategy, this is our tactics, and this is the way we want to go. जितने ज्यादा पार्टनर हमारे पास होंगे, उतना ज्यादा मजा आएगा काम करने में, उतना ज्यादा हम सर्व कर पाएंगे, उतने ज्यादा. एंड आप देखना, हमारी जो वर्ल्ड में हमारी हेल्थ केयर की रैंकिंग होगी, हम कहाँ लेके जाएंगे मिलके.
That's so nice of you that you're looking at this agenda not just from the commercial perspective, but also from the healthcare perspective of our country, and to upskill the level of healthcare facilities in the country. So we have got a very interesting and a very serious prospect from Lucknow, Mr. Jha. So he has got a 180 square feet office space, and he has got a lot of hospitals in the surrounding of that office space. So he has got a very straight question that he would like to be associated with us, but he is asking why. So Sudhir ji, आपके साथ बेसिकली आज शाम तक या कल मॉर्निंग तक एक कॉल अरेंज हो जाएगा, और आपको मेरी टीम जो है वो पूरा गाइड कर देगी कि बेसिकली कैसे आप इस विषय में, इस सब्जेक्ट में जुड़ सकते हैं. और अगर आप आज वन मैन आर्मी है, तो आप वन मैन आर्मी से भी शुरुआत कर सकते हैं, और मिनिमम पॉसिबल इन्वेस्टमेंट से आप इस बिजनेस को शुरू कर सकते हैं. वी आर टुगेदर इन दिस बिजनेस विद यू. एक क्वेश्चन है हमारे पास इसमें विनीत जी, की कोई मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी का या कोई ऐसा सिमिलर फॉर्मेट अवेलेबल है कि कोई बड़ी टेरिटरी राइट लेना चाहता हो, कोई डिस्ट्रिक्ट की या कोई स्टेट की या कोई सिटी की, तो वो कोई ऐसा फ्रेंचाइज मॉडल अभी हमने बनाया है?
तो पहली बात ये कि गौरव जी हमारे को बताएंगे एग्जैक्टली क्या करना चाहिए. उस फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया इज दे आर द पायनियर्स इन दिस होल थिंग. बट मैं ये मानता हूँ कि जो अगर मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी की जरूरत है या पड़ेगी, तो वो let that franchisee go through the early learning curve to understand the whole thing, and then master franchisees can be appointed. हाँ, अगर वो इसी डोमेन के हैं, उनकी कोई एग्जिस्टिंग एक्सपर्टीज है या एग्जिस्टिंग कुछ वो काम कर रहे हैं जो कि which actually qualifies them to do it, and they have better credentials, Franchise India will suggest to us कि क्या करना चाहिए. That is the ball which we would like to keep in Gaurav ji's and Sonia ji's court. They will suggest to us what can be done. But yeah, we are open. so far as we are concerned, if you are there to help the cause, we are open.
श्योर। तो विनीत जी, हम इस सब्जेक्ट पे भी डिस्कशन करेंगे। तो मोरलेस हमने क्वेश्चन सारे आंसर कर दिए हैं यहाँ पे हमारे ऑडियंस के। आई एम श्योर द ऑडियंस इज नाउ equipped enough to understand the prospect of becoming part of Healium and helping to build the community around them in the healthcare platform and creating a residual income opportunity from them. Because I'll reiterate again, आपने अगर एक बार किसी चैनल राइट को जोड़ा है, आपने किसी एक वेंडर को जोड़ा है हीलियम पे, और वो आपके साथ अगर 10 साल रुकता है और 10 साल वो आपके साथ ट्रांजैक्शन करता है, और अगर उसने महीने में एक भी ट्रांजैक्शन करी तो वो आपके थ्रू काउंट होगी। और अगर आप हर महीने में मिनिमम दिन का अगर आप एक वेंडर जोड़ते हो और महीने में आपने 30 वेंडर जोड़े, साल के आपने जो है 360 वेंडर जोड़े, और वो 360 वेंडर दिन की अगर एक ट्रांजैक्शन भी करते हैं तो 360 ट्रांजैक्शन का आपको एक रेसिडुअल इनकम बनता है। तो इनिशियली जो उन्होंने आपके साथ एसोसिएट होने के लिए पैसा दिया, वो तो आपको एक रेवेन्यू अपॉर्चुनिटी क्रिएट कर ही रहा है, बट उसके बाद आपस में इन लोगों की डीलिंग, जो ये 360 लोग आपस में डील कर रहे हैं, वो बेसिकली आपके लिए एक और रेसिडुअल इनकम बना रहा है, जिसमें आप मेहनत नहीं कर रहे हैं। आपने उनको एक जरिया दिया है, आपने उनको विजन दिया है, आपने उनको एक प्लेटफॉर्म दिया है जहां पे वो अपने से रिलेटेड उस कम्युनिटी में बहुत सारे अपॉर्चुनिटीज को देख पा रहे हैं और एक दूसरे के साथ अलायंस बिल्ड कर रहे हैं। और वो हर अलायंस जो इस प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू बिल्ड होगी, वो आपकी किटी में बाय डिफॉल्ट काउंट करेगी और आपके लिए फ्रेंचाइजी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से एक कॉन्टिन्यूअस इनकम का सोर्स बन जाएगा। तो अगर आप काम कर रहे हैं या नहीं कर रहे हैं, आपके लिए इनकम जो है वो अपने आप क्रिएट हो रही है बाय डिफॉल्ट, बाय द वर्च्यू ऑफ बिजनेस, राइट, बाय द वर्च्यू ऑफ कम्युनिटी दैट हीलियम राइट हैज क्रिएटेड, जो विनीत जी और साक्षी जी ने एक्सप्लेन किया है। तो अब हम चाहेंगे कि अगर आप को इस विषय में हमारे से आगे बात करनी है तो वी विल बी एबल टू बेसिकली अलाइन द कॉल विद विनीत जी एंड साक्षी जी इन पर्सन, वन ऑन वन डिस्कशन पे आपके साथ कॉल कराएंगे। और आपके जो भी डाउट्स हैं जो अभी रह गए हैं क्लियर, या फिर डिस्कशन के बाद आपको कुछ और नए डाउट्स आएंगे, वो भी हम आपके सॉर्ट आउट करेंगे और डेफिनेटली आपको हेल्प करेंगे कि आप जल्दी से जल्दी हीलियम के साथ एसोसिएट हो पाएं और आप अपना काम शुरू करें ये कम्युनिटी बिल्डिंग का। सो ओवर टू यू सोनिया मैम एंड अर्चना।
So thank you so much, Vineet ji. Thank you so much, Sakshi. Thanks, Gaurav. Thanks, Sonia ma'am, for joining in today. And we definitely want to invite each one of you to our Discovery Day. Discovery Day is a special day which we block with our brand's representatives, so that again you digitally interact with them, understand the entire business model. Once again, you can ask your queries. The day which we have fixed where you have chance to meet Vineet ji and Sakshi ji is 28th of January, which is next Friday. So just prepare your queries. Gaurav Arora and his team will definitely be in touch with you. Our regional team be in touch with you. They'll share the documents, webinar link. Please prepare your notes so that you come and meet Sakshi ji as well as Vineet ji on 28th of January for Discovery Day. In case you wish to book your slot for this particular day, you want to understand more about different business opportunities, services by eyesight, please connect with us at our different social handles. We are available at Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Our business hotline number is 9717683838. Also, you can write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. And you wish to connect with the management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, join them at their LinkedIn platform. Their LinkedIn platform information shared on a screen. And on Sunday, we are inviting you for biggest multi-city, multi-brand franchise show. We invite you for our Bharat Franchise Show. This would be a second edition this time. 23rd of January, 12 to 2 p.m. is booked with us. We are representing 6 different business opportunities for you. The directors, owners, and the management team of these companies will come and talk about their business model. So don't miss this chance. Join us. This particular webinar will be edited by Mr. Maria. So do registration with us. Registration can be done by joining us at the Facebook page or connect with us at our business hotline number. Thank you once again for joining in today. Have a very safe day ahead. Take very good care of your health. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.